Hello, Chicago. Welcome to D Tycoon's Neighborhood Rebuild Organization. And we just want to welcome you to our show tonight. And I want to remind you that this is a live call-in show. The number is at the bottom of the screen, 312-738-1060. We have some hot topics tonight. We want to talk about the violence and the police brutality that's going on in the streets of Chicago. We want to hear from Chicagoans.
That's right.
We want to hear from y'all how you feeling about what's going on and what you think we need to do to stop some of this violence from the police and black-on-black crime. Help us out. Call in and talk to us. But before I take your phone call, you go ahead and call. Oh, I do see calls you're calling already. Go ahead and call and just hold on to the line. I want to talk to Pastor Jones. We got Pastor Jones in the house today.
What's
Senior
happening?
Pastor, Kingdom Life Center. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How you doing, Queen Tycoon?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
And it's my man, so don't be looking too strong, girls. Don't be looking too strong.
I'm taking it. I'm just saying.
Pastor, I'm glad you made it out tonight to talk with us and kind of share because I know you out in the street a lot with the young men and women trying to talk to them and everything. Give us a little bit of your views of what's going on, because I know you heard what just recently happened. A young man got stomped in the head by a police officer just recklessly. You know, their conduct out here is reckless. So we need to talk about that and just give us a view from you, what you think about what's going on and how can we try to stop some of what's going on.
Well, a lot of what's going on is, especially between our community members and the police, is something that we need to get it done, is having police be accountable. That's point number 2. The first thing is we got to get Rahm out of there. Until we do that, we get a mayor that's going to, actually make police be accountable, actually make the police be responsible for the actions that they take against us and our communities and the wrong that they do, then, a lot of stuff won't change. We can continue to point the finger at a lot of other things, but, until then, that's really going to be the root of the situation. Until we get rid of Rahm Emanuel, having a leader that's righteous is going to do the right thing and make police and the higher-ups do the right things as well. We're going to continue to have violence against our people at the hands of police. For whatever reason, whether they say they're scared, they're mad, they don't know. The situation is they need to be held accountable for what they do. IPRA has failed us. FOP has failed us. And we got to realize that, until we want some change, we're going to have to start getting change ourselves. And we got to stand up and be a voice so that we can have that change.
Yeah, I agree. I guess it goes back to my favorite saying, if the head ain't on straight, the body can't function. And that's with anything. If the head of the city is not on straight, the body cannot function. Because anytime you have a mayor that's over the whole city, and this mayor sees so many brutal, reckless conduct from police officers taking place, it looks like he would say, you know what, just like he'll put in place, we're going to have zero tolerance in school, we need zero tolerance in the police department. If the mayor had put his foot down and say, I'm not dealing with this. This is not how it's going to be here in Chicago. You can do what you want to in other cities, but in Chicago, we're not dealing with that. We're going to make sure that you be accountable. We are going to make sure, if we get a videotape, we looking at you how you carry yourself. Right. We know you bogus. You are going to be immediately set down, fired, and then prosecuted. And this is the only way. This is my opinion, Pastor. Mm-hmm. The only way police are going to carry themselves decently and in order if they begin to get prosecuted and charged. They're not going to do the right things unless they go to jail.
Absolutely.
When you start taking their jobs from them, their money from them, their homes from them, and have them to have to go to court, back and forth to trial, and have to pay for lawyers like all these black folks and brown people have to do, and they have to go and fight for their life.
Yeah.
Then you make them accountable, like you said, make them accountable. But they also, not only will they be accountable, they'll be an example to the other police that the head of this city mean business.
That's right.
We are not playing. We're having zero tolerance, like they try to tell us in our neighborhood school. Zero tolerance. Volume zero.
Yeah, volume zero.
We ain't tolerate no mess. When they start doing that in the police department,
yeah.
Because this is how I feel, Pastor. I feel like this. If you are a police officer, you should be double accountable for the way that you carry yourself.
Absolutely.
Because number one, they're trained. They're supposed to be professionals. And you look to deal with people that may have an attitude, or you look to deal with people that don't follow the rules that's in the street, because they're not on the same mindset as you're supposed to have. You're supposed to have a mindset of an officer that's trained.
That's right.
You're supposed to have the mindset of somebody understanding that when you out here in the street, you may be dealing with people drinking, smoking. Their behavior is totally different from yours. You should have had, when police, I'm sure they got to take a test, make sure they ain't crazy.
Right.
You know, some type of test.
Psychological
exam. So, if you in your right mind, you should know how to carry yourself.
Let me interject right quick.
Okay.
Because, like, just think about any job. You know, any job that you work on, there's a certain training that you go through. And what we got to realize is when we work jobs, no matter what kind of job it is, especially being a police officer, being a teacher, I was one. So we got to understand this, that when you take a job, in my opinion, you're supposed to take a job in order to make a difference. Jobs present problems that need to be solved. So, in essence, we are problem solvers. Mm-hmm. So, police need to be problem solvers. They need to figure out how to solve problems without violence.
Where they do that at?
They don't do it here. They don't do it here.
But that's good, though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying
maybe
is, like,
we should ask you to be the chief of police. That would be good.
I'll take the job right now.
So Jones.
I'll take a pay cut to do it. I just want to make sure it's done right. That's it. But,
that would help the city for you to take a pay cut.
Yeah, but the whole thing is, you know, like, if you get training on how to handle certain situations, but the main thing is you're there to solve a problem.
Okay.
But one of the main things we got to focus on is, you know, us as African Americans or black people, we got to understand is that we're in a system that we weren't designed to be in.
Right.
We're living in a system we weren't designed to be in, and a lot of the problem comes in when we try to fit into this system or try to make the system work for us, and that's not going to ever work. What we got to do is tear the whole thing down, start from scratch, get something that's going to be able to help us progress instead of continue to regress and be oppressed and be depressed and whatever S or press we can have. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to understand this, and I mean, we got to come out. See, we don't understand that, you know, when things go against us, we're the only group of people that won't come out and make noise. It's a select few, but it can't be the few that we are in number. The squeaky wheel gets the oil.
Well, you know, Pastor, they coming out doing these marches and stuff, but you know, all these marches that are being done is still not really getting the full respect that they need with these marches.
Marches are good, but you know, like the main thing is when Dr. King them marched, or Malcolm X them made a statement about march or anything to that effect. When they marched to get legislation changed. Yeah. They marched and made noise to the effect that we gonna get some stuff changed. Right now, we're doing a lot of march and a lot of protesting, which is good. We gotta make our voices be heard. But what we gotta do is we gotta really put pressure where the pressure's gonna be felt.
Well, I think that like the group membership that I've involved in called Action Now, they really are working towards doing justice reform, and that's dealing straight with legislation. And then, you know, even with CPAC, they doing an awesome job. They trying their best to get community civilian police accountability council, where the community is over the police, and they, instead of being appointed by the mayor, even if the mayor is to help out in some kind of way, it's better for CPAC to have community control.
Because just think about it. The mayor appoints who he wants in there. So you bring us through the rigmarole. You spend hundreds of thousands of dollars for nothing. You have us come to these meetings about selecting a new police superintendent. You go select who you want to select anyway. To to throw us a great black hope. You throw us Eddie Johnson in there like he's going to make a difference, you know, and everybody like, well, give him a chance. How many chances is he going to get?
Yeah, well, this is how I feel. It's been
Please let me know how you feel. Because you got a video out there where you done got whooped, kids mistreated, maced, threatened everything, and you see the ability of this officer, you see what she's been doing, the other stuff that's come out about this officer, and she's still getting a check. I'm still paying your salary. Eddie Johnson, we can't have that.
Right.
And if you're watching this show, you need to call that number 312-738-1060 and voice your opinion, because we're paying a salary to a bunch of individuals who don't care about us, who treat us less than third-class citizens, and going to continue to mistreat beautiful queens and kings and young princes and princesses, man, just for the sake of doing it. Where they do that at? In Chicago, and it's gonna stop straight up.
Yeah. Let me make mention of this. On June 22nd, it's not on the agenda, but the mayor claims he's going to introduce something different than IPRA. He's going to get rid of IPRA.
That'll be fun.
And IPRA is the police board.
Right.
And we want to see how that's going to turn out. He said he's going to introduce IPRA. Well, I want to put this overhead up here. There is an event. It's just like a flyer I want to kind of show. There's an event coming, and that is on June 22nd. The event is going to be at 8:30 a.m. CPAC is having this event, and they're going to pack the house, y'all. Yep. They're going to pack the house. So what we need to do is going to be at City Hall. City Hall at 121 North LaSalle at City Hall. That's the day that all 50 members of the City Council come, and we get a chance to talk to City Council. We don't get a chance to talk to them, but you get a chance to let your voice be heard by this mass march and protest that's getting ready to take place. If you're not at work on June 22nd,
that's right,
at 8:30 a.m., you need to be mobilizing with CPAC to get community control over the police.
Yes.
You need to be there. Every newscaster in Chicago will be there on that morning. We're going to start mobilizing at 8:30, and they'll start the protest around 9, but you need to be there early, so you need to be there early at 8:30, really, because you need to get able to get a parking space.
Right.
So you want to get there early so you can get in, because it's going to be thousands of people there. Trust me. They're not playing. It's a lot of organizations behind this. They're supporting CPAC. They're supporting community, civil police accountability council. This is what CPAC means. CPAC means civil police. A civilian police accountability council. That means they want the Chicagoans to be in control, the community members to be in control of how the police is being accountable for their actions, like how to fire them, prosecute them, all of these things. They're trying to take that responsibility to the community, not just police being over the police.
Right.
By people that's getting the check and appointed by the mayor. And even if he was appointed by the mayor, it look like the mayor would want them to do their job.
Yeah. See,
that's what I don't understand. Why do you not want the police to do the right thing by the people? And I know I'm talking a lot, but it seems like to me, we're back in slavery days. You're seeing the police officers.
We never left.
Whooping on folks. Whooping people's behind, and the people is looking around. They want to help, but they afraid to help because they don't want to get shot. I'm just trying to figure out, where is the logic in this?
Dr. Tycoon, let me tell you. You mind about
Go ahead.
See, this is what we got to understand. A wise man told me not too long ago, because I didn't realize this, that the reason why Rahm doesn't want to give up control of, his seat, his power he has as mayor.
I can't hear you.
The reason that Rahm don't want to give up his power and control as the mayor is because when you control the police, you control everything. You control the money, you control the neighborhoods, you control every single thing. Because when you control the police, you send those police to keep the Negroes in check, keep North Lawndale in check, keep Inglewood in check, keep Gresham in check.
But they ain't keeping North Lawndale in check. North Lawndale keeping them in check.
I understand that, but what you got to realize is, as long as he has power and control over the police department, over this, this tactical unit, that's all they are. They pretty much, guerrilla warfare, that's what they do. And, it's pretty soon it's going to be implementing martial law. So we got to start waking up and realizing what we face and what we up against. If we don't take control as a community of the police, we will lose. Worse than
we
what
already
losing. Worse than what we losing already is what I'm saying. Worse than what we losing already. So CPAC is so important. Black Lives Matter, Brother Kobe, what they're doing is so important. What you're doing, PP4P, that's so important. You know what I'm saying? The justice movement, that is so important. You know what I mean? Like Brother William Calloway, all these people are so important to the movement. So we need other people to be a part of this. And honestly, how I feel about the situation, if you don't come out and you don't make your voice be heard, or you don't vote, or you don't do things that's going to, you know what I'm saying, help shift the tide in our favor, stop complaining about how stuff is going. Stop talking about what other people need to do or what they need to do more. If you're not doing nothing, shut up. Period.
Yeah, that's true. I agree that if they're not doing nothing, that they need to just be quiet. But at the same time, it might not be at your front door now, but keep living.
It's coming.
Keep living and not saying nothing, and you know you gotta get out there. You gotta get out there, and and it's, trust me, it's sad because I'm sure people got other things to do with their time than to have to be out here doing a bunch of protesting just to be human.
Yeah.
Just to be respected.
Yeah.
It's too much. And I heard on the internet somewhere where I heard some I knew they was white folks. Why black people just can't get over it? They was mistreated. They was enslaved. I tell you what, you Caucasians that say that, let's flip the strip and let us start beating on y'all behind and lynching you.
Just get over it.
And mistreating you and treating you like a dog that don't even a dog deserve respect. And don't give you no respect at all.
Just get over it.
And then you tell me how you like it. See, you always got to put the shoe on the other foot. Now you say get over it, but now if you think it's okay, let us start treating you like you treat African Americans. Let us start treating you in the manner that you have treated the African American people down through the years, and now, even today, I guarantee you ain't gonna like it. You ain't gonna want it.
I mean, like, and just for the, you know, that's, I mean, it's a joke of the day for me because I thank God.
I don't find it funny.
I don't just say like I thank God that I've got to another place where I realize who I am and whose I am, and that don't really bother me. But you know,
Sean, do you know how to send the calls through, Sean?
People been
Sean, do you not send them talking to my tech? Do you not send the calls? So I know you a new tech. Do you not send the calls through? Let them know. Let them know so you can get help. Yeah.
And like I was saying about, like, you know, we just lost a great king, a great champion in our community, in our race. You know, Muhammad Ali just passed. You know, and we got a lot of people, man. They you know, like I seen him doing an interview, and it was so powerful what he said in this interview. And he was talking to this guy who was interviewing him, and he said in the interview, he was like, you know, like the interviewer was asking him, you know, like, hey, you know, like, there's a lot of nice people out there in the world too. And Muhammad Ali replied, you know, the Viet Congs were nice, but you still went over there and bombed them. The Japanese were nice, and you still went over to Hiroshima and you bombed them. You know, so I understand there's a lot of nice people, but what you want me to do is look at the few that's helping us, the 1, 2, or 3, or 4, you know what I'm saying, white brothers and sisters that are Caucasian brothers and sisters that's helping us, and you want me to ignore all the other millions that have persecuted us, oppressed us, mistreated us, raped and ravaged our women, mistreated our children, gave us a less than a quality education. He said, I'm not that big a fool. And I agree with Brother Ali. We cannot continue to be those kinds of fools to believe that I'm going to be apologetic for how I feel about what I went through, my ancestors, what we're currently going through right now. Come on, man. We got brothers going to jail, lengthy amounts of time for prison sentences, for non-violent offenses. We got brothers getting, you know, I mean, like, come on. Bernard Briscoe, for instance.
Yeah.
Life plus 200 years for a non-violent offense. Come on, man. We got to start understanding that we have to really, really, like, make noise about what's going on out here. We shouldn't have to be apologetic or feel bad or try to, like, you know, justify how I feel.
Look, I was in a court. Just let me say this since you was talking about it. I was in a courtroom, and every African American came in that courtroom had chains on them. There was they came from behind there to come see the judge. One white boy came from out from the back to see the judge. Didn't have one chain on him. Was in regular street clothes. Walked up to the judge. When he walked up to that judge, you know, the judge told him, unfortunately, you got to come back and we can take care of it. I'm sorry, but you just got to come back. He was like, all right, then, come back in June, blah, blah. I'm just throwing a date out there.
Right.
But everybody else that came out there was chained up. They had 3 officers behind them. This white boy comes out in regular clothes from the back. He was in lockup, stands up to the judge, and judge tells him, unfortunately, like, I'm sorry to inconvenience you, but you got to come back because evidently they didn't have everything they needed for him to do what he had to do just to keep the paperwork right. You know what I'm saying?
But evidently they had paperwork and could drag our cases out for years.
Right. You don't got not one officer standing behind him. He don't have not one chain on him. It's like
he come in like, hey, bro, just going up there.
I'm like, are you kidding? This is outrageous.
And that's how it is, and this is what's going to continue to be like until people like you, people like Black Lives Matter, Action Now, CPAC, William Calloway, Camilla Williams, and so many other people that's out there making noise, Greg Greer, T.O. Hardeman, until we get more and more soldiers like these individuals. Dr. Brown is going to keep standing up and keep coming out there. If you got gang activity on your block, just realize they people too, man. Go out there on your block and talk to them, ask them what's their dreams and aspirations, what they want to do, because I guarantee you, that being out there on the corner ain't one of them. They forced out there, things are happening, and we all make mistakes. But like, let's go out there and try to love on them and help them get through what they're going through. Because I guarantee you, nobody's coming into your community to do that. If you're not going to do it to help these young men and women get past what they're going through, they're going to continue to be lost out there.
Yeah, and then but it goes back to the head of the city. It goes right back to Ron not investing in our communities and having so much stuff pulled out of the communities. And it's breaking up. First of all, breaking up homes, locking up the fathers out the house with these long prison sentences that makes no sense. Yeah. It's just
that's what crooks do.
It's just ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. It's sad, and I just want to encourage people. And listen, I'm going down to the headquarters and some more organizations with me, Black Lives Matter, Chicago, and CPAC. We'll all be down to the headquarters on this Thursday. So if you're not at work Thursday at 6:30, you need to be out there at the headquarters because we're going back to confront Eddie Johnson for having Officer Murphy and Lopez, badge number 4176 for Murphy, and for Lopez, badge number 11943. We want them fired and off the street. They are local. You see all the videos. CBS News done did part 1, 2, 3, and part 4 coming out too. Don't think we forgot about you, Lopez. You gonna be exposed as well.
Oh yeah.
So quit playing. Y'all need to stop playing and find you somewhere else to move and another job to do. Cause being a police in the city of Chicago ain't for you no more.
Nah, it ain't gonna work.
It's not. You doing too much disrespect and lying. When you start lying on 8-year-old children, you got a real problem.
Yep, sure do.
Anytime, Murphy, you can lie on an 8-year-old child, you have a serious problem. When you lie and say, my 8-year-old daughter beat you up,
right?
Come on, stop lying. That lies you put under oath, it done messed you up, baby. You gotta face that in court.
Oh yeah.
Prosecute police for perjury. That's what PP4P stands for.
Prosecute police
for perjury. Okay?
And it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. So we just need everybody that y'all doing good. We expect y'all to be at the headquarters on 35th in Michigan this Thursday at 6:30. Sorry, apologize we couldn't get all the callers through. We did see y'all calls. We got a new tech back there. And evidently he don't know how to send y'all through.
He gonna be alright though. Hey.
But we will work with him. He gonna get it straight. Thanks for calling everybody. And I look for y'all to see y'all on Thursday night, 6:30, 35th in Michigan. Have a good evening.
All right, peace and love.